Welcome to this eerie rendition of your favorite classic, Goldilocks and the Three Ghouls. Sit tight, bundle up, and prepare for a story you will never forget.
Once upon a time, there were three ghouls who protected an unknown dark castle in the forest. There was a great big father ghoul, a middle-sized mother ghoul, and a tiny baby ghoul. One stormy evening, the ghouls' maggot porridge was too hot to eat, so they decided to go for a walk in hell. While they were out, a little girl called Goldilocks came through the trees and found their castle. Drenched in rain and seeking shelter, she knocked on the door and heard a creak as the door opened, inviting Goldilocks inside. In front of her was a table with 3 thrones, one large throne, one middle-sized throne, and one small throne. On the table were 3 bowls of maggot porridge, one large bowl, one middle-sized bowl, and one small bowl, and 3 spoons. Unaware of the maggots, Goldilocks was hungry, and the porridge looked so good. So she sat on the great big throne and picked up the large spoon and tried some of the porridge from the big bowl. But the throne was very big and very hard. The spoon was heavy, and the porridge was too hot. Goldilocks jumped off quickly and went over to the middle-sized throne. But this one was far too soft, and when she tried the porridge from the middle-sized bowl, it was too cold. So she went over to the little throne and picked up the smallest spoon and tried some of the porridge from the tiny bowl. This time, it was neither too hot nor too cold, but suddenly, Goldilocks felt the maggots crawling and spilling out of her mouth. It was so traumatic for her that she went hysterical and broke the small throne into pieces. Next, Goldilocks went up a creaky staircase, where she found 3 coffins. There was a great big coffin, a middle-sized coffin, and a tiny little coffin. But now she was feeling rather tired, so she climbed into the big coffin and laid down. The big coffin was very hard and far too big. Then she tried the middle-sized coffin, but that was far too soft. So she climbed into the tiny little coffin. It was neither too hard nor too soft. But Goldilocks suddenly felt her pillows start to move. She looked down and saw slithering snakes surrounding her. The snakes infected her with venom, and she recoiled and then felt all feeling leave her body. Goldilocks lay there, paralyzed, wondering if she would ever make it out alive. In a little while, the 3 ghouls came back from their walk in hell. They saw at once the grand castle door was open, and Father Ghoul looked around, then gurgled a roar. Mother Ghoul said in a threatening, rumbled voice,
"Somebody has been sitting in my throne."
Then Little Ghoul said in a gnarly screech,
"Somebody's been sitting in my throne and has broken it."
Then Father Ghoul looked at his bowl of maggots and saw the spoon in it, and he said in his great big growly voice, "Somebody's been eating my maggot porridge." Then Mother Ghoul saw that her bowl had a spoon in it and said, "Somebody's been eating my maggot porridge." Little Ghoul looked at his porridge bowl and said,
"Somebody's been eating my maggot porridge and has eaten it all up."
Then the 3 ghouls went upstairs, and Father Ghoul saw that at once that his coffin was untidy, and he said in his great big growly voice, "Somebody's been sleeping in my coffin." Mother Ghoul saw that her coffin too had the sheets turned back, and she snarled,
"Somebody's been sleeping in my coffin."
Then Little Ghoul looked at his coffin and screeched,
"Somebody's been sleeping in my coffin."
The 3 ghouls noticed Goldilocks paralyzed and frail on the ground. They quickly realized she had been the culprit behind the invasion of the castle. Since the hungry ghouls were unable to enjoy their maggot porridge, they saw fit that Goldilocks was their dinner. They ate up her flesh and enjoyed every bite, later on using her bones as jewelry.